those emails, and I know the email because I've done it before at work too. Like, yeah, I'll take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make note. We'll make
reply
sure
all. Change the subject line. Second notice. Failure to pick up leaves.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or for the very first time.
Here we are, back again.
Is it hot as balls over there too, or?
It's been a little bit odd. It's creeping up. Like the forecast will say, it dupes you with 85. Like 85 seems like something I can handle, but then it creeps up into the low 90s. So the forecast
95.
is off. Yeah.
I think we're 95, so yeah.
95 is no good.
No.
Let's try to keep it under 90 if we can.
It'd be nice.
But
it would be nice.
I feel like, on the news and everything, you're seeing every other part of the United States is having the hottest temperatures on record. But for some reason, California, we're it's not happening here. Knock on wood.
I just want some rain. We need some rain when we get it because
I can't.
I saw today
time.
Lake Oroville's at its lowest levels ever recorded. Oh boy!
Wow.
Folsom Lake is pretty fucking low too. They just
did they have to do a release? One of those where they release some of the dam.
Oh fuck! I don't even know if it's that high. It got so it's low enough to where some of the gold miners, like buildings and pottery and shit, were exposed.
Whoa!
From like the 1840s.
There's gold in them hills. You should go out there with a pickaxe.
Oh, they told everybody, don't touch it, leave it alone. I mean, they tried some bogus bullshit. Like the living descendants of the people that actually use these buildings are still alive, so we need to be respectful of my.
Wait, exposed buildings that were are now covered by. That were covered by the water?
Well, they covered by the water. Yeah, it was covered. So, because I used to have this argument. So this is a little off topic. So this is when I worked at Folsom.
That's the name of the game here.
I remember I had to, I was on the kiosk. I had to charge people the $7 to enter, and I used to get the shit all the time with the people like $7. But some lady tried to some. I bet you today she probably doesn't have her vaccine. She's still alive, but she goes. Why would I have to pay to see God's creation? So I got that, right? And I said, listen, lady, I'm the one making a minimum wage at 16. This is what we got to do. Yeah, but God made this lake. So then I got wiser and said, if God was the man in 1950 that constructed the dam, then sure. But pretty sure this lake wasn't around before 1950. But God didn't create shit, right? So, she
did she
was going to
ask if you took do you take check? Take a personal check?
No, she said I don't want to pay to look at God's beauty. I was like, okay, well, you can look at it from afar then. Turn around.
Yeah.
And she did. That's whatever.
What kind of car does someone like that have?
Oh, it was like your classic like those
like a Geo Metro or something, like a little two thing hatchback.
It was like a 4-seater. It was like the old, like the Crown Victorian, like the Crown Vic.
Oh yeah, old, okay, nice
Cadillac or something like the Oldsmobile. Oldsmobile, that's what it was like. The long, like the.
And when it's probably when you're driving down the street, it's just that thing's like driving a boat down the street.
It's all those cars you see parked in the front spaces of the church parking lot.
Yes, or at Applebee's. My grandma had my grandma Babs had she had one of those Oldsmobiles, and I remember she when she would watch us every once in a while, we'd be like, she was our grandma that quote unquote had money, so she would like take us to McDonald's. That was like okay. That was
Guys, you don't have to stay on the dollar menu. That's
just feel free to get a Happy Meal if you want. So we convinced her to like, hey, Grandma, can we go to McDonald's? And I think at the time she wasn't supposed to be driving. It was kind of this thing about, Grandma shouldn't be driving so much.
Still has her license, but it's a gray area. Like
she goes to Bel Air to get that. She goes to, Brother Oliver's for dinner one night a week, every Thursday or whatever, and then probably church. And that's sort of what's contained to. Anyway, my brother and I talked her into driving us to the McDonald's drive-thru. Anyway, she couldn't
with that big ass car?
She couldn't master the. Some of these drive-thrus, they made them kind of tight.
They're real tight, yeah.
So she goes up over the curb, or first of all, she like blows past where. No, Grandma, you passed the ordering thing. So, on the column too, just kick that thing in reverse.
3 on the tree.
Yeah. Then then we would get the Happy Meal, and then rounding the corner, she took it up over the curb. Oh shit. Yeah. And like looking, my brother and I have not heard like a curse word that often in our lives. And here Grandma drops 2 or 3 of them. But yeah, that was always good. And I think we probably informed our parents about what happened. And then, we never got McDonald's.
That was the last visit.
That was the last drive-through that we ever got.
So yeah, that's Folsom Lake is low. So that's it wasn't always a lake. So that it's like a run through. So yeah, there's gold in there. So when the lake does drop low, I know people like to rush to go pan for gold or whatnot. Although it's a state park, so like I was telling my wife, I was like, if I pulled like a nugget out of the ground, I wouldn't say I'd put that in my pocket and say, and then if I wanted to cash it in later, be like, this has been in the family for years.
You got to sit on that for a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. If I was at Folsom Lake, I'd be like, okay, well.
Well, here's what everyone else would do. They get on their fucking Instagram Live. Oh my God, it just dug up this fat fucking thing of gold. I'm going to be a millionaire. And then the state comes in and they're like, actually, that's not yours.
That's our property.
What permit do you have to be pant mining for gold?
On state property? Get out of here. So yeah, it's pretty low. So we need some rain.
We do need some rain.
Started.
We'll get right on that. I don't know.
I think Dubai, they were like seeding clouds of rain with drones or something. I think
I saw
something strange.
We're going to have to figure out a solution like that with the acceleration of all the climate change that's going on. We got to do something. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe we can launch all of our all of our missiles up into clouds to break them open to let the rain come down.
Crack them open.
Yeah, we'll crack them open. That seems like a sound.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't want to give QAnon any ideas about the next big thing for Major A. Green to start tweeting about to get her fucking Twitter
exactly
suspended again. So dumb.
So my wife, she redoes furniture.
Yeah, I'm familiar. She does. She'll is it? I guess upcycling's not the. She just refinishes.
Reloves. I think whatever it is. So
she does great work.
She takes furniture and paints them and stuff like that, and any kind of hardware fixing that falls under my belt.
Any hammer swinging? It's not
hammer swinging, nail gunning. That comes.
Yeah,
that's.
She's more of the look and feel.
So Joe came over. Yeah, she does the finish work.
Yeah.
So Joe came over Sunday or so ago, and while he was here, she had scored some free furniture.
Nice.
So, and her brother owns a store, so that's where she refinishes it, and they like to sell it in there. It's a
nice little side hustle.
Yeah, side hustle. So she said, "I found some free furniture." So she was actually gonna send Joe and his wife to be packing. Like, we got to go get the furniture. And I said, "Hold on a second. We have Joe here."
Yes.
So, and no knock to my wife, but she's obviously not going to be pound for pound as strong as me. So we have to move these pieces of furniture.
Yeah,
it's pretty heavy. It's pretty hard on me because she can't. She just can't lift some of it because a lot of it's solid oak, so it's really heavy. So I was like, "Hold on, we got Joe here." Joe's like, Joe's.
Joe's
yeah, I'll help you.
Yeah,
And so we go to this lady's house. Or actually, she found like a free hutch.
Oh.
And
all margin on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Free?
So
I like the sound of that.
So we pick it up. And Joe and I go in there, load it up, boom, out.
Boom.
We're back. She's like, wow, that was quick. I got some more free stuff.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. I can't pass it up. It's a dresser, a tall dresser. It's about 5 feet tall. And then it's a long dresser. It's about 6 feet long. And then it was like 2 nightstands. It was a whole bunch of shit.
Wow. Bedroom set.
Whole bedroom set. So Joe and I loaded it up.
Wow.
And there was like this other last piece. It was like another China hutch that was free. Some lady didn't want it. All right. Load it up. So we loaded it up. So we had all this furniture. So we're like, okay.
This is all in one day? Like all while Joe's there? How many hours was
all
this?
One day.
Was this like 3 hours of driving around?
Actually, it was probably about an hour. It was all like really close. It was just, so the best place is El Dorado Hills, which is close to Folsom.
Yeah. So
they have, generally speaking, they're wealthier and they don't want to deal with it. They just want it out of their way. So they said, just take it. Like, okay, cool. So we take it. So it was actually like a 55-year-old community. She didn't want it. It was actually like, I think her husband had died and she just didn't want to deal with it. She wanted it gone. I said, that's cool.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're just driving up the freeway, 2 exits, getting off, loading it up, boom. Coming back.
Loading up, coming right back.
Nice.
Easy.
Nice.
And it's actually easier when Joe was there because we could because Robin can't pick it up. So we have to like walk a few feet, put it down, walk a few feet, put it,
And Joe is probably 3 times as big as your wife.
Yeah. So him and I could just lift it up and we basically threw it in there. And I could throw him the straps and stuff. And we because the other one I have to like hold it, isn't that to like all the way around and like tie it. So I just throw it over to him and he was like,
this isn't a knock on your wife by any means. No. This is just simply Joe is a better mover.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So we get it all home and she's like, okay, so they leave. She's like, okay, so now we got to get it in the garage. So we had to play like a serious game of Tetris and we packed the garage. And she's like, we'll just pull this out as we, when I want to work on this piece, we'll pull it out.
Okay.
We'll work on it, put it in the truck and we'll bring it up to the shop. So, okay, deal. And this fucker was like, we were completely full.
Sweating.
I think at the end we had 3 China huts. It was crazy. A desk. It was like to the ceiling, to the almost the wall. You had to like kind of just like a little walkway around. Close the garage door. And then the next day, I had enough space where I can get to the machine because I was cutting out some stuff for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So I was over on Sunday. So the garage door is closed because it makes a lot of noise. And I had it open all day when I was running with Joe.
And your neighbor is a vocal opponent of your power tool usage and noise in general.
Yes.
But not her husband's drinking problem.
No. That's beyond.
That's okay.
The realm of judgment. Just making noise.
Just you making noise.
So we closed the garage because I said, I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Just close it. And I said, that's fine. So we closed it. And the thing's running. And I was like sitting inside and you hear this pow. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, something fucking fell.
Your machine, you get it loaded up and you just press start and you just come back in like an hour or 90 minutes or whatever it takes.
Yeah, when I hear it done,
okay.
That's it. And I heard, pow. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, something fell. Dogs are barking and shit.
Oh, shit.
I was like, something fucking fell. So I was like, all right. So I go out there and I look and I was like, no. I was like looking around everywhere. I was like, I don't see anything. Machine was still going and stuff. I was like, told my wife, I said, I don't see anything. So something fell. I heard it. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, I don't. I went back in there. I was looking and I said, there's nothing. Everything looks exactly the same. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, well, maybe it's out front. I said, let me open the garage door. Click the button. The spring that was holding the garage door
busted.
Broke.
Oh.
So now I have a fucking full garage. I can't get anything out. The garage door can't open. I was like, well, let me do the emergency. So I tried to pull the emergency.
Yeah.
But it was the load bearing spring. So I tried to pick up the garage. I couldn't do it.
Dude, garage. This just happened. This happened to me. I had my spring replaced probably 2 months ago. on my garage door.
Okay, so you're there with me.
I was there. I did the thing where it's like where you feel like you're doing a snatch or like a clean jerk. What's the one where you go over your head, but starting really because the fucking garage doors. Why are they so fucking heavy?
I don't know.
They're made out of like lead.
Damn, I couldn't.
Shit.
I was like, I couldn't get it open. Like I was like lifting. I was like trying. I was like, and Robin was trying to help me. We couldn't get it. We wouldn't even budge. I was like, fuck. She's like, what are we gonna do? This guy has no space to work if we have to get this guy out here.
Oh, right.
Because it's full. So we had to try to like take every piece we could
out the side door
just through the garage, like just into the house. But we have the staircase right there, so it was like,
oh my,
it was a nightmare. And then we had to take the rest of the shit through the side, and then everything else I just had to push to one side. So the guy comes out. Like, so this happens. So the guy's like, I could be there on Monday. Well, I can be there right now, or I can come on Monday.
Yeah.
But I had a garage full of shit. So I said, come on Monday. Give me some time to empty this out.
Yeah.
Okay. So it comes, and there's furniture all inside. I mean, there's like, he has to walk through a base. He probably thought we were the biggest slobs. So he comes out there.
Why do they need so many china cabinets? They have 4 in their living room.
4 stacked. Stack them down. So he goes in the garage, and he goes, well, that's a custom spring. I was like,
oh no,
boy, that's exactly what I wanted to hit out of your mouth. And he starts laughing, right? He's like, most garage springs are like 4 springs, like together. I said, okay. He goes,
mine's 2. I'm looking at it right now, but they're they're fucking 3 feet long each.
Yeah, that's what I had. Like this huge. He's like,
but you have 4 of them?
Well, I had 2, but it was like this huge spring. He's like, I have to special order that spring. I was like, fuck. He's like, that's a huge spring. Your garage door must be really heavy. Well, yeah, it is, because I tried to open it. I couldn't do it. He's like, I have 4 springs, and I can just convert it over. I was like, all right. It's like $550. I was like, okay. I was like, what happens? I said, he goes, if I order that other spring, it won't even be here for like at least 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and it's going to be more expensive than that. I was like, well, then fucking convert it.
What do you? I know. This isn't like, this is a time-based problem, not a money problem.
Oh yeah, he's like, are you sure? I was like, I gotta open my garage. He starts laughing. He's like, all right. Why don't you get to the side door? I was like, of course, the side where I pushed all the extra furniture. He starts laughing. He's like, yeah. I pushed it all back.
Oh my God.
And he went to work. And my wife wasn't here. She was at the school, getting ready for the school year.
Yeah.
So I hear him trying to.
It takes like 30 minutes to do. Maybe.
Yeah, he was in it. He was in and out. He was quick. So when he's testing it out. So when I was running my machine with the door closed, it had like an inch layer of thick sawdust in the door. So when he pressed the button to test it,
he got a sawdust shower.
He's like, "Oh, okay, I got a shower." I was like, "Yeah, that's what you get for charging me $550." He's like, "That's all right."
Oh man.
I was like, "Just the luck. Get all this free for it," and I loaded it. It was loaded.
And then, man,
wow! And then when he's like, "Oh, this is a custom spring," I was like, "Oh, fuck!" That's exactly what I wanted to hear you.
When my garage guy came out, because I had a similar incident, like I said, I think he even said, "I'm glad this isn't a custom thing, because I have these we just have the regular." He probably has like 10 of them on his truck, right? He doesn't have many of the custom ones in.
The spring I have, it's like a huge spring.
It's that thick?
Yeah.
What, the diameter is like a softball or more like a volleyball or a basketball or something? Or like a football?
Probably like the circumference like of a football, not the oblong shape, but it's a huge. A little bit bigger. Mine's like a tennis ball. Oh no, this one's huge. It's a little bit bigger than a softball. It's a huge spring.
Jesus.
That's why he's like, your door must be really heavy. Those are massive springs. I said, yeah, I tried to pick it up, but I couldn't.
So then he had it.
I could attest to that.
Damn. Yeah, and then, oh man, okay, garage doors are expensive, I guess. And we know not to go, this allegedly happened at our school. But there was a group of these youngsters that were just troublemakers that would go around and just throw water balloons at people's houses.
I think I heard about this story. But
I heard about this too. And I heard one time that they were targeting a house that maybe several people in this group were dating other members in the house. So it was like some sort of targeted thing. And then allegedly I heard that a water balloon broke a pane of glass of a garage door.
In the garage door, I think that's why I heard that too.
In the garage door.
I did hear it.
And then...
now, I think the finest people in that group were blamed, even though I heard they were innocent.
Yeah, who caught all the heat for that one? But then I remember the collective group sort of feeling bad about that and looking up on Home Depot or whatever, like how much it cost, and then realizing that with what funds were we going to fund this reimbursement of said garage door window thing.
Fortunately, it was just like a little single pane. I guess I heard it. I think I heard it. It was a cheap fix,
like a $10-$20 thing.
Yeah, it was just a little decorative thing.
Just in the grapevine, we heard this. But that didn't stop us from continuing.
No. Like you said,
learned our lesson? No. Lesson
absolutely
learned?
not.
No.
Bullet dodge. We'll do it again until we get stuck. I guess.
Amen.
Now, this is probably past the statute of limitations anyway. But remember when said youngsters were filling up the water balloons, and somebody's dad had come out to have a cigarette and told us that be careful because you could throw it through a window.
Yeah.
And we booed his ass. Booed his ass. Told get out of here. He was full of shit. He's like, I swear to God, threw it through a semi window.
Through a semi.
A car window. Yeah. I remember we were like, get boo. He's like, I swear it's going to happen. You watch. And then,
whoops.
Yeah, he jinxed us.
He did. I don't think any moving cars were targets. That seems a bridge too far.
No.
Most of the time.
That night, no.
That time, it was a bridge too far.
It was a bridge too far.
A bridge too far. Well, I'm glad your garage door's fixed. And did you have any, was there any warning signals for anyone else out there, garage door owners? Did you have any, was it being a little laggy or anything like that?
It was a little laggy, and it made a popping noise when it was closing. It go pop, 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 pop.
Ah.
And I thought, I was like, it's probably the stupid wheel. So I said, I'll WD-40.
Lube it up.
And so the guy said, nope, that's your spring about ready to give out. It's giving you a warning. I said, oh, because it makes a popping noise when it's, when it's closing. That's your spring giving you a heads up that you didn't listen to. I was like, well, let me in on the play, coach.
How were you supposed to learn about the early signs of garage door failure are everywhere?
Yeah.
No, you have to know where to look, though.
I always like that. Like, that was early sign. I didn't listen to it.
Well,
where's the playbook?
You're more observant than me because mine was busted for like a couple days, and I just was getting increasingly frustrated with. I thought something was up with the track, like that the track came undone. So then I was manually. I guess my garage door is not as heavy as yours. I was manually just going up and down and then trying it, and then sometimes it would catch and pull it, and I'm like, oh, so actually there's a motor which is trying to do all the work of what the spring was trying to lift what the spring couldn't really handle, and then eventually
the whole bar when I hit the button, the whole crossbar that has the motor, the chain, it bent down. I was like, whoa! I hit it again. I was like, what the hell?
Ooh!
And I was like looking, and I could see the separated spring. Like here's one spring that looks fine.
Yes.
It
was very obvious.
Split right in half.
It was obvious when I looked up there. I'm like, oh shit, that thing's fucking straight up just busted.
Yep.
I saw it. I'm like, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I just look at the other side. I'm like, yeah, no, definitely not. No. Definitely not. So, if you hear a loud noise, a random pop, I'm sure the heat doesn't help. Are you supposed to keep that thing lubed up or what?
It's about 14, 15 years. He says that's the lifetime.
Okay.
Or like 10,000 opens or some kind of shit like that.
Do you have just a tally marker going on your wall now?
Yeah.
Your garage?
Let's count.
Open. Oh, fuck. I forgot to hash the 5th.
So I'm sure the neighbors loved it because I couldn't open my garage. I usually like to open my garage and I leave it open as I kind of go in and out and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're just using your own house.
Yeah. Now, I did get something from the HOA.
Oh, boy.
Since we're best buds, they sent me a little courtesy notice.
How's it going?
How's it going?
How do you do?
You have 2 posts. So I got 2 letters, actually. One was you have 2 posts on the side from when my fence blew down that I needed to paint. I think I told you this, right? Did I tell this in the story?
I don't know, but I mean,
I've
never been in an HOA. So I don't know, but from my perception, it feels like they're nickel and diming you to death.
Yes. So they had 2 years ago my fence blew down, and I did the post, the treated posts, which are red. So they got me the 2 posts that you could see from the street were not painted to the color that they want the fence to be. So they told me to paint it.
Okay.
So I promptly threw that letter away. They sent me another one, and I threw it away. They sent me a third one. I laughed maniacally and threw it away. So then they sent me another one saying, and it said, final notice.
Oh.
Otherwise, we're going to charge you $50 a day. And I thought about like, we'll see. but the wife said,
yeah,
I don't want to do that. I said, okay. I said, the problem is they want you to paint it. They call it loam or some shit, some color, some brown color. Sandstone or something.
Yeah.
So I only painted the red boards, the brown. The rest of it's all weathered gray because it's been
so now it looks even worse.
Yeah, it was like a clean brown post and then a gray ass fence.
And did they provide the paint for you?
I didn't know. They told me to go buy it. I didn't pay for it because the fucking guy across the street got the same letter and he got scared. And I said, hey, what color did you use? He's like, I'm not going to use all of it. I'll just bring it over. You can have it.
Oh, my God.
Score. Dude, I'll get you some cookie or something. He's like, all right, no, it's no big deal.
That's nice.
So I lucked out with that one. But along with my final notice was we noticed that you are unable to park in your garage. And under code section, whatever the fuck it was, you're supposed to be able to park in your garage. I said,
oh my God. Really?
So, because they want you to park in the garage. Now, I know this one's a winning battle because they have to make you park in your garage then. But I did drive around the street, and it's about 70%. My rough poll was about 70% of the cars park outside. I said they'd have to make every single car park inside their garage in order for me to clean up my garage.
Can they really dictate if what's in your garage? That seems a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, I said bring it on.
Tonya, who's running this? Tanya, what's her name?
Oh, yeah,
Twyla, that's right. I remember it from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah,
Twyla. Let me ask you, just before she made her reappearance in your life, were you getting notices on such a frequent cadence?
I didn't get any.
Okay, so she's
actually I did get one, and it was it was egregious. I was being a pig, and I didn't fight it. I was like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
It was like I
took that one on the chin.
Yeah, I think. Oh, because we were doing remodeling because we just moved in.
Oh yeah,
and I had like the fucking toilet sitting out on the front lawn. I was fine because
that's great.
I had nowhere else to put it at the time because it was just everything was a clusterfuck. I was like, you know what, put it out there for now, and if I get a letter, I get a letter, and I got a letter. But by the time I had gotten it, I'd moved it back in, so I was like, okay, whatever, no big deal.
She's targeting you. She's got some vendetta against you. I would love to. Where's she getting all her reports from? Is she driving around herself?
The cool neighbors. The guy told me because he got the same one because he had a station set up in his garage. So I don't know what
he had, like a little workbench and some tools and stuff.
He had a workbench and tools. So I'm not quite sure what he makes on like Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if it's like if it's in like a So I don't know if it's beer or if it's like
some moonshine or some shit.
Menudo or something of that nature.
Mm.
So they're Hispanics. They do a lot of like traditional Hispanic foods.
Oh.
So I don't know, like, because I think he makes like, because he makes like stuff for like the church or something, I think.
Oh, okay.
He like cooks like a big pot of something. I don't know what it is. I haven't walked over there. And
so he has a giant kitchen in his garage, basically.
Yeah, yeah. And so he said he was doing something, and he said he saw the lady pull up and snap a picture of it. And then he got the letter saying, you can't park in your garage. So
what the fuck?
That was his first offense. And he said, because he came over like in a panic. He like knocked on the door. And Robin was like, hey, the neighbor's looking for you. And I was like, why? He's like, I don't know. He looks worried. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, what's going on? He's like, hey, I got this letter. I said, yeah?
This
He's
chick
like,
is
did you ever get one of those? I was like, oh, please. I got a fucking file. It's like 3 inches thick. He's like, what? He's like, what do you do with them? I was like, I throw them away. He's like, but what happens? I said, oh, I get repeat letters.
Right.
Don't worry, buddy.
Gonna make him work for that.
He's like, oh, but I'm really nervous. I said, usually I said, don't go off of me. You seem like a
straight edge guy,
good dude,
law-abiding citizen.
Twyla, and Sean go way back to another community. So
that's crazy.
We go to 2 communities. Twyla now she has Barbara as her like
minion.
Yeah. So I know I'm on the list. So I got a chicken shit letter. So then I sent them a chicken shit letter because we have. So I think I said this before, but allegedly they replaced my sprinkler box. That's I think I said this, right?
Yes, and then you're not allowed to adjust it. What do they do now with the drought?
Well, that was the thing. They said, well, we control it. We control the front yard. I said, so you pay for everything in the front yard then? And they said, well, we don't, but we're in charge of the maintenance. So I took a screwdriver and snapped it off and just opened the thing up.
Sure.
And changed it. I scaled it back. So it was too heavy because the front yard in our house.
Yeah.
It just gets morning sun. And I'm talking like 6, 7 o'clock. And then by like maybe even 8, but by 9 o'clock, it's in the shade because there's lots of trees. It's an older community.
It is kind of always like soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say it doesn't need to be watered every day. Maybe like every other day or when it's like 100 degrees. And then like once every 2, maybe twice a week, if that.
Yeah.
And I turn it off in the wintertime because they had it on in the wintertime. I was like,
the fuck?
Normally, there's this sprinkler comes from the sky if we're not in a drought. And the grass doesn't need water like that anyway. But so, they like to just dictate. So, I told them, dude, don't.
Drunk with power, this woman.
Oh yeah. When they took over the community. So we had these key fobs that we would use to get into the rec center
pool or the gym or whatever.
Yeah. So they made us come down there and switch it out. Because I don't know.
They wanted to update the system, probably.
Yeah, they did. So I came in down there and I don't know who it was. Robin didn't come with me, but also told me, please don't go down there. Make a scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no promises. If I get to meet Twyla face to face, I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna go like the guy in Montana and Ted Cruz. I'm gonna let her know how she's the worst human being on the face. I don't care if your daughter's standing here watching me. They need to know.
They do need to know that your dad's a fucking asshole. Could you imagine like seeing your parent get dressed down like that in a public setting? What that once do to you?
Oh, I know. Not like how he goes on TV. He's like, I don't need to be accosted. Like, yes, you do. You fucking asked for it. You got no problem hammering checks, telling people to go, infect the world.
Yep.
So then, yes, you do need to get accosted. But anyway. So yeah, we went down there. This is pre-COVID, so they had like cookies and they're like, hey, let's meet come mingle
mixer.
With us.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I just went down there and switched my fob. And I was like staring at him like I would love to give him a piece of my mind, but
yeah.
I'm just going to walk away because I don't want to get in trouble at home.
Okay, that's good. Now, I'm guessing they said, well, you have a 2-bedroom or whatever. You're only allotted 2, and if you want extra fobs, that will be $20 a month.
No, it's one a house. That's it.
That the previous one probably would let you have any extras? Or...
Yeah. I don't know. We had the one, but it was like we had got it from when we bought the house. So who knows?
Yeah.
You don't know what they have.
Yeah.
But this one was just the one. And no sharing. That was the other thing. You can't share this. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Isn't that a great answer? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like, yeah, we'll see what happens.
What are you gonna do? Track me down?
I know.
You're gonna take my privileges away? You'll put me in timeout? Come on. So like they didn't. So the big argument now is, and I got them, and this is probably why. So they got me for the 2 posts and the garage. So then I went and turned in.
So what's the deal with the garage? What did they say? How do you remedy that?
My big workbench with the machine, like right in the middle of the fucking garage.
Oh, okay.
I need space to work and stuff,
Yeah.
So I was open, so they said you could see it. Whatever.
Fuck.
So the other neighbor's tree was dying, or not dying. It was just dropping a lot of leaves. I think lack of water. It was in shock. It dropped like a whole bunch of leaves. So I blew them out to the front. I wanted to see if they got picked up. Since you're in charge of the front yard, let's see if they get picked up.
Oh.
Since you want to try to regulate my water,
right?
You can pick up the leaves. And they planted these plum cherry trees, and they drop cherries. It's the worst,
dude. We have a fucking tree back here, like the same thing. I'm like, who would plant this thing? And the dogs get these things and they try to chew on them, half chew on them, and they get stepped on, and they're just
stick to
fucking wasps. Wasps come out of nowhere because all get the fuck out of here with this tree.
So they never pick up the cherries or anything. So I blew the leaves out, and then they didn't pick them up.
Oh.
So I took pictures. And say, hey, since you're in charge, since you want to send me letters about my 2 posts, since you're so observant, and you want to send me letters about my 2 posts.
This is an email, or is this official paper?
Oh, it was an email. Email to
nice.
Barbara and Twyla. And since you want to, since you're so observant, I can't understand why we would miss a pile of leaves in the front yard that you're supposed to maintain. Maybe I should pick them up, and I'll charge you $50 an hour to pick them up. Since you want to charge me $50 a day to paint my fucking fence, I'll charge you $50 an hour. I think my time's worth a little bit more than $50 a day. All I gotta know is like, we'll take note. We'll take care of it. But unacceptable. It's still sitting there today. They came back today. No, it was still sitting there. I just got to, those emails, and I know the email because I've done it before at work too. Like, I'll take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make note. We'll make
reply
sure
all. Change the subject line. Second notice. Failure to pick up leaves.
Yeah. Okay.
This is your final warning.
That's a good one.
This is your final warning.
When I got the, we'll make a note of it and take care of it. I was like, I know that email. I've done that before.
Yeah. I get those at work too. Like the salespeople. Oh, the ones I get are the pushy salespeople. I don't know if you saw my last message. Like, actually, I did, and I promptly ignored it. Mm-hmm. And I'll give them 2 emails, but when they hit me with a third, and then they'll hit you on LinkedIn. I don't know if you saw my email. The inbox is busy, but here, maybe on LinkedIn. And I just hit them with the spam, the Gmail spam. You're gonna have some deliverability problems.
So we have some. Anyways, this is. I don't deny it. I'm denying it. It's allegedly. Okay. There's a few people at my work that if I get an email from them, it goes straight to my trash. There's
some automated filtering set up, you might say?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's an automated. So if it comes in and it's their name, it goes straight to my trash.
That's great.
Like, I didn't get it. Oh, man. Must have missed it. Sorry. When I get it from their boss, like, hey, they tried to reach out to you. Like, oh, man, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Inbox is flooded.
Maybe because the 45 other emails I got from them were just nothing but garbage.
Okay, you got the HOA. Man, this HOA lady.
I
mean, honestly, it seems like it's a little bit of a harassment situation.
Yeah, and the stuff they pick, they choose to fight you on, like the kids swing out front. They made everybody in the because everyone in the neighborhood, including us, had like that swing thing where you can climb up. But if you were, said it was an eyesore. It's like, okay, take it down.
And how much is your HOA every month? For you like a year?
So it's like $89 a month, and then every quarter we got to pay an extra $145.
Oh, for like some quarterly bush trimming and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the quarterly. Yeah, so I think the quarterly goes to the pool house and stuff like that. The gym and stuff, and
then basically they mow your yard and they trim your trees up.
Yeah, and then tell you what to do.
Wow.
And
you can't opt out of this.
No, so I looked into it. You have to get 80% of the community to sign off to dissolve them. And I was like,
dude, that would be if you led that to a successful overthrow of this dictatorship.
There would be a series on the Chip and Cern show.
That would be worthy of a link, putting it on your LinkedIn.
Successfully overthrew
Twyla with 80% majority
and
vote.
A reign of terror.
Step aside, Congress. Cerny's a man who can. He can rule.
He overthrew
bipartisan.
Twyla the Terrible.
He overthrew bipartisan. He brought true bipartisan leadership to this local.
All
Folsom
political
community.
and cultural backgrounds came together.
How many people are we talking about in this? That's a lot of.
I don't know.
80% could be tough because you're going to get a lot of people who are like, I don't fucking care. Like,
I'm not signing that.
Probably 80% of the people, it's a non-issue for them. So why would they ever sign it? You're like the squeaky wheel kind of thing.
I do think it's higher than that. I think it's about a 50-50 split.
Oh,
because they went through. If you have kids, you have beef with them because they will get you on toys and shit sitting outside.
I mean, right now I have scooters and I probably have like a bike on outside. That's just how it is.
It's kids. But yeah, I've gotten that. With a bike, scooter, yeah, I've got pictures of that saying that I was in fractions of whatever.
So they send you these in a letter to your house or they emailed them to you?
They sent it to a letter in the house to your house with a picture of your infraction. I've never caught them. I've never seen them. My wife said she's seen them. When she said before pre-March of 2020, she said they would walk the streets.
Like walking a beat looking for fucking people.
Yeah, she said there would be like 3 of them. They would walk the streets with a camera and they would snap shots. And I was like, what? I said, you should have called me. I was at work. You should have called me. I came home and confronted them.
I mean, that is some bullshit. And
I think they live. So I heard this guy speak before. Actually, it was really recently. I was at an estate sale, and this lady was like telling us, "Hey, you need to park here. You need to park here for the estate sale."
Yeah,
sure, it's fine. We parked there, and I don't care. Whatever they could say, whatever they need. But this guy was like, "Why do I need a parking?" She's like, "The HOA. They'll shut us down if we get too many complaints." And the guy was like, "Oh, I get it. I work for a solar company." And he said the HOA is the worst.
They're like drunk with power.
Yeah, and he says the problem is they're drunk with they have that power, but they get a couple narcs inside the community to do their dirty work, to snap the shots and stuff. I was like, oh, what? I mean, this fuck lives inside of my neighborhood. He wants to give me pictures of.
The call is coming from inside the house. Wow, you got
at 2 Brute.
Wow. Now do you have to find said narc and pay them off? Or you rough them up, you go Goodfellas style?
I'll take a picture of their fucking house.
Yes. Now what if
you know they're not taking a picture of their house.
There's no chance.
There.
But it would be interesting if only pictures of the narcs houses start getting submitted and as community suggestions. They would be like, maybe we'll tone it down. What if what about like the parties that we have? At your house? Like is there a rule that you only can have 6 cars, 10 people at your house?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, interesting.
I know they usually only go through Monday through Friday. I don't think they ever.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
I mean, they could. I just don't. I've never seen a.
So you get a letter, and printed in there is a picture, and it says, August 1st at 12:20, yep. We saw this, and you're not allowed to have kids' bicycles in your front yard.
Yeah,
section
and they'll
blah,
pull out
blah,
some
blah.
like section blah 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 stating that, and they'll basically just copy right out of some kind of rule book, the CCNR rule book probably.
Yeah, and then they send that to you, and they're like, please resolve this within 7 business days.
So the first one's like, we know you're busy, and this may have slipped your mind, and we completely understand. And I'm like, didn't slip my mind.
And it's one of these things that by the time you get the letter, it's probably been resolved.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just like they just happen to catch it. Like you move something outside real quick, and it's like they just happen to drive by and snap it. It's like, okay, well, it's already resolved.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Some of them are just ridiculous, like the fence, the ladder that propped against the house. On the other inside, it's in my side yard, but they can
behind
see it from
your
the street.
fence.
Yep, they can see it from the street. So that was an infraction.
I'm getting upset for you, Cerny. I mean, this is ridiculous.
When I got solar, they said you have to sign off. This is the most baffling thing. When you get solar, you have to get it signed off by the HOA. But it's against the law for the HOA in the state of California to tell you cannot get solar.
So what are they
saying? But you have to get it signed off by the HOA.
Well, they just go in and sign it, or do they try to give you shit?
Oh, no, they try to give me shit. Like, you need to get all the so they said you need to go around and get, I think it's 3 signatures from your neighbors to say that it's okay. So I said, no, I'm not doing that. This is, well, then we're not going to sign it. I said, you can't tell me no. I said, then they got confused. I said, yes, we can. I said, no, you can't. We live in California. Last time I checked, and you cannot tell me I can't get solar.
Oh, so
I think my wife went and got the signatures because
or you could just sign it like George Bush, Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you're gonna follow up on me and vet these signatures.
They're probably comparing it to their file signature.
Bill McCracken. I don't know who that is.
Mike Cunt. Mike Hunt. There's no Mike Hunts living here.
Same thing. I got the pool. I had to go.
Phil McCracken. That's that's such a great one.
I had to do the same thing when I got the pool.
Wow.
That was confusing too. I was like, I had to get, but it's in the backyard. Like, yeah, but the neighbors have to look at the construction, so they have to say it's okay. And I had to get somebody from behind me. That was the other thing. 2.
Oh my God.
Your 2 neighbors and one of the neighbors behind you. I was like, fuck.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
Well, now, yeah, okay. So, I mean, this seems like this is a long-term problem for you. What's the age of retirement for this person? Are they close? Or they look healthy and rejuvenated, hopefully. Hopefully
probably.
Like, I run 5 miles every day, and I'm only vegan.
I'm working another 30 years. Like, fuck.
Oh, God. Well, honey, we're moving. We're moving. Oh, man. Well, Cerny, I can only wish you the best luck in that battle.
Keeps things going.
It is something that it keeps things interesting for you throughout the week. How many of these are you averaging a month now?
I could probably get 1 or 2 every 3 months. I get 1 or 2.
Okay.
Because they won't come in. They won't like Frank with you all the time. But
Okay.
I could tell when they do because I get one, and then I notice one of the other neighbors is scrambling to fix an infraction, like paint the fence or take a swing down or something.
Yeah. Like right after the mail comes, they just taking a hacksaw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The tree branch down.
That when I got the letter for the swing, I was like, "What? Everyone's got that swing." And I walked and I saw like this guy's taking it down. A bunch of people already had him down.
Oh,
I was like, I'll leave mine up. I thought we were doing a solidarity thing, but fuck, I guess I'm going solo.
He's going rogue. He's going rogue. Going rogue. Well, something you should not go rogue on is getting your vaccine. I feel like it's such a very easy thing to. I think we're gonna have to. Certainly, I thought we would be over by now with the PSA on the vaccine stuff, but here we are.
Here we are.
The Delta variant is as contagious as chicken
You're not
pox.
a genius if you get your information from Facebook and think it's like the grassroots real talk, because that's just dumb.
Yeah, it is so interesting. And then the whole now wearing masks again inside, and that's your. It's like, well, you can't smoke inside.
Yeah, I know. I get that too.
Do you light up and rip a butt down? Yeah,
no,
come on. Just complete idiots. But I think it's the best thing to do for everybody. If you're tired of this, get your fucking shot. Do your part. Wear your mask. Encourage others around you to get their shot. Take them, drive them places. Who knows?
And for those of you who want to say you just don't know what you're putting in your body, you better not be drinking any kind of alcohol, eating McDonald's, any kind of
smoking,
bologna, no smoking,
no hot dogs.
You better grow your own fucking food source if you're going to start doing that claim.
No fertilizers, no pesticides. No
if you eat
soda.
a hot dog, you're disqualified immediately.
Yeah. If you've ever eaten a hot dog, you can't say that you're unsure about what's in the vaccine. That's the Chip and Cern rule. It's our new rule.
It's law. It's law right now.
It is law. It is law. But do your part, people. Let's just fucking get this thing kicked.
So close.
We're getting closer. Hopefully.
Yeah, we were close.
We were close, and then the collective idiots strike again.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep washing our genitals and our hands, wearing our masks now. I did it. I re-upped a Amazon order. 100 masks. Send it. Get the kids. We got to double down again.
I got all my masks.
We got it. I'm gonna be. Yeah. Anyway, well. Till next time. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.